everyone, Willow here. This week on Starting Out Solitary, we are on week 191 and the topic is, when am I ready to join Coven? I'm currently a member of the Eternal Flame Coven, which is founded by Crimson Fire, who's also the priestess. For those of you who are not familiar with Crimson, I'll put down below links to her websites, including her YouTube channel and her Facebook page. And I invite you to check them out because she does share some awesome, amazing witchy wisdoms. For me, Coven is my magical family. We're all brothers and sisters. We come from all different walks of life. And Coven gatherings are fun and amazing and magical and all the beautiful positive things. For me, it wasn't a question of, am I ready, or how do I go about joining Coven? But rather, as I've said many times before, I spent a lot of time initially reading and researching and watching a lot of YouTube videos as well. YouTube was fantastic because I found I could watch people share what they're learning, how they do things, and their experiences. But I remember reaching a point where I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I felt there's something more to this. I need to learn more. I need to progress forward because I found myself kind of doing the same thing. And I'm not saying that the next step for progression is Coven. By all means, I'm not. But this is how I felt at the time. And so I put it out to the universe, asking to find someone who was close by, whom we share the same spiritual beliefs and values, who I can learn from, who I can go to ask questions. But more importantly for me was the trust thing. I guess because, as I said, researching and reading, a lot of people I found were sharing their bad experiences with Coven and other witches. So I was a little bit weary on the whole thing. And also too, coming from the Christian Orthodox belief where there's so much negativity about witchcraft and witches. So I was weary about all of that. So trust was one of the things for me as well. After following Crimson Fire not too long, she had posted a post on Facebook saying that she had some places available for her to teach, and if there were any potential students or anyone wanting to be a student, then, to inquire and what have you, which is what I did. Not long after, I received a phone call from her while I was at work, and she explained to me what it was all about, where I was on my path, why I wanted to join, all that kind of stuff. And not long after, I started group studies. Initially, it was, I think, 3 of us, which was great because I got to meet other witchy people as well and, learn from and get some inspiration and ideas from. And also they would ask questions that I wouldn't even think of asking, and also some questions that I wasn't too confident in asking as well. And I'm sure vice versa for them from me. Now she does one-on-one sessions, which is another great thing because in that hour to hour and a half, that time is specifically dedicated to you and your spiritual path. So it's, both of them have positive aspects about them. I guess the little disheartening thing for me is not too long ago, I'm a member of some of the witchy groups on Facebook, and I read from time to time people posting comments asking what others' opinions are of Coven and are they in one, have they joined one, what's the experience. So although you get the great stories and the positive stories, where they share all the beautiful things about being in Coven, you do have some people who have experienced bad things and they share that. And then I think the disheartening thing for me is just reading that, because of this experience, I don't have no intention of joining Coven, which is all fair enough, and I completely understand that. But because maybe I experienced the benefits of Coven, and I've learned a great deal, both on my spiritual path and my everyday as well. For me, it's a shame for others to miss out on this possibility as well. And I completely understand that there aren't many covens like the Eternal Flame Coven, around, where it's eclectic. And, as I said, we're all from different walks of life and we're all on different spiritual paths, and it's very open, and it's, it can get quite intense and magical. At the same time, it can be fun and, and whatever. So just to read, it just hardens me really that people can miss out on such a beautiful, amazing experience. I know I've said this, but I just want to say it again. I am not saying that in order for you to progress on your solitary path that, Coven is the answer. Not at all. But I've benefited so much greatly from it too. So I practice both solitary and in Coven. But, moving forward from, you know, the bad experiences of Coven, the good experiences of Coven, you know, for whatever reason, if you're weary or, you know, you have had a bad experience or an uncomfortable experience. I think Lippy Witch pretty much covered it in her video, you know, the different values and different expectations from Covens out there, and doing the research and asking the questions to finding out, you know, if it is comfortable, if it suits you too. But there are other options. I know down here in Melbourne, in the northern suburbs, occasionally I've seen some public witchy gatherings, and I think the ones that I've come across are more Celtic based. I haven't attended any myself, but every time I'm interested in it, something else pops up. But it's something that I'm looking forward to, you know, in the future. Most definitely something that I want to go to and experience for myself. But there are those witchy public gatherings where, you know, you can celebrate you know, Sabbath or what have you. And I think that's a great way, because you may be able to meet other people as well, other like-minded people, and, you know, take it from there. But also another brilliant idea is Avalon Cameron. She has an online witchy coven, and it's through Patreon as well. So I'll put the links below to that. And I think that's a great idea. I think from memory, anyone can join. I think there's a $20 fee. Sorry, I don't know the conversion rates, monthly fee or what have you, and you can do all these. You have access to, you know, videos other than her YouTube channel, like, you know, more personal, more intimate videos. I think, I don't know, I'm not a member of that coven, though I'm considering joining. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that's I think another fantastic idea where you can still learn from each other and you know, and all that kind of stuff. So maybe there are some online covens that you can consider joining, and you never know where it can take you. So that's pretty much all my thoughts on this week's topic. If you have any questions, feel free to put a comment below. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Sending you so much love.